Welcome to the QB Chronicles, an SMU football podcast with Garrett, Gilbert, and Kyle Padron. Join former SMU quarterbacks Garrett and Kyle as they break down each week's game, offering insights from their own experiences on the field. In addition to game analysis, we'll also bring you special episodes featuring interviews with past and present SMU players, sharing their stories and perspectives. Whether you're a diehard Mustang fan or just love football, this podcast is your go-to source for all things SMU football. Pony up!
Welcome back to the QB Chronicles, to our Pat and Go preview episode of SMU, Missouri State. The Ponies will travel to Springfield, Missouri to take on Missouri State this weekend at 2:30 p.m. on CBS College Sports Network. Always joined by my good buddy Garrett Gilbert, who has a dodgeball championship medal behind him there if you're watching on YouTube.
Oh, boy.
The other side.
There it is. All right, there we go.
Weird.
Got it. 4 times the charm.
Yep. What's up, man?
Celebrity dodgeball champions with a good buddy of mine, Eli Golderis, and Tim, I'm going to try to pronounce his last name, Abramasito, who run a cool little fractional CFO and, financial analyst firm. So nice. We went and dominated a dodgeball tournament in Frisco a few months ago.
I love that that's displayed just below your Patriots helmet.
Yeah, why wouldn't it be? And on the same shelf as it's hanging off of my super. This mirror thing is driving me crazy. Hanging off my Super Bowl ring. Let's get into it.
Let's do it. The Ponies take on Missouri State. I think this is a game that the Ponies should win. They are heavily favored. I think 27.5 point favorites as it stands currently. Playing a team that, is coming off of a win. They did beat Marshall last week, 21-20. However, Lincoln Riley put a beating on them in week 1, 73-13. So a team that I do expect us to hang a lot of points on, Gigi, but would love for you to give your take on what you see from their defense and what we can expect for hopefully a bounce back game with our defense.
Yeah, this is, again, you hit the nail on the head. This defense has given up a lot of yards, 435 a game. That comes both through the air and on the ground, and they've given up a lot of points. So this should be a game where, you don't want to fall into a trap coming off a loss, but we're going to be on the road. It's going to be probably pretty sleepy, mid-afternoon game up in Missouri. So, this is a game where leadership shows and, how can we find a way to get up for the game and play a solid game all together in all 3 phases. And I think that's the biggest thing there. We could run through the numbers. They don't run the ball very well. They've thrown the ball decently over their first 2 games. They haven't really found a way to score points. So, if you look at it this way, our defense struggled against the pass this week. It's a good challenge for them to kind of bounce back against a team that likes to throw the ball. So how do you go out there and take it upon yourselves in each unit, offense, defense, special teams, and go play the way you should and the way you know how to play and the way that SMU has come to play over the past few years since Red has taken over this program. So I think that's the biggest thing is this is about SMU, very similar to week 1. I do not want to, disparage a team who, they are an FBS football team. It's not like we're playing East Texas A&M where we're dealing with, different levels of scholarship. This is a Conference USA team, but we are 4 touchdown favorites and we ought to go out and dominate them. So do that, be methodical about it, and play the way the game should be played.
Yep. Yeah. They do have a quarterback who is a DFW kid, Jacob Clark from Rockwall, Texas.
Okay.
He has completed 67% of his passes so far this year, but 4 touchdowns and 3 interceptions. So should be a big game, club takeaway. Let's get them active early and often.
Yeah.
Hopefully get some confidence back after a tough game against Baylor. A couple of guys of note, just offensively, guys that they will likely try to showcase and highlight. Shamari Lawrence will be their featured tailback. He's had 29 carries for 99 yards, just over 3.4 yards per carry. Not great numbers, but he will be their featured back. And then out wide, they'll have Ramon Green and Jamari Robinson, who seem to get the bulk of their targets. They're leading the team. They're not too far apart as far as receptions and yards go, but those will be the two featured receivers that we'll have to account for and hopefully keep in front of us throughout the game on Saturday.
It's also notable that – go ahead.
No, I was going to ask, with SMU opening the game, the first 2 weeks of the year, we've seen deep balls to Romello that have resulted in 6 points in each week. Is that trend going to continue into week 3?
I mean, I hope so. I'd love to see another big play touchdown to start things off. I was just tuning in on my phone when I saw our touchdown last week, and actually the same the first week. I tuned in as Romello was running into the end zone. So I would love for that trend to continue. Maybe I tune in 30 seconds late, and hopefully we're scoring already.
You being late to something, that's weird.
Yeah. What is that supposed to mean? A quick little note about Jacob Clark. He also carried the ball 15 times for 30 yards last game, so they do like to involve him. He is very obviously, as a quarterback, but he is very obviously the focal point of their offense. He threw 31 times, he ran it 15 times. That is who this team, Missouri State is going to run through. So, again, it's pretty short and simple from my perspective. I think we are going on the road. I do not know what Springfield, Missouri is like. I do not know if it is a, what the fan base is like there, but I would have to imagine that we can impose our will on this team, and we need to impose our will on this team. It's a good game for the offensive line to come together and dominate an opponent up front, get working as a unit, which again, I thought we did a better job of against Baylor, and hopefully that continues to improve. And then number 2, on the defensive side of the ball, all 11 guys playing together. Let's get some pressure on the quarterback, start to find some of those sacks that we've had the past 2 years. Missouri State is, I believe, -2 in the turnover margin this year already through 2 games, while we are +1 and need to continue that trend and grow it because that is where we've been. That's where we've made our hay over the past few years.
Yep, love it. Do you have a score prediction for us?
Yes, I do. I like SMU in a romp, 52-14.
Oh, I'm close. I had 56-14.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, I like it. We're on the same page.
7 touchdowns and a Colin Rogers field goal for me.
What's that?
7 touchdowns and a Colin Rogers field goal for me.
I like it. Get Colin some confidence back after a tough week last week. I need to get him back in a groove and get that body language improved, walking on the sideline with a little swagger that he used to have.
We need the guy that was at the 1911 luncheon telling us his life story and telling us all about every single thing about where he came from. That's what we need.
Yep. I love
He'll be back.
I love it. Thank you all for listening. Go check out our friends over at Roback. Code is Pony20. Get you 20% off of your first order. And we'll look forward to being back with you guys on Sunday evening to break down the performance, hopefully a big performance for SMU football as they dominate Missouri State this weekend. Pony up.
I got to go sweat out a fantasy game. Pony up.
Who do you got?
I got the Vikings defense, and if they don't maintain 2 points, I go 0-4 on the first week in my 4 league. And I lose.
We're going to talk about this offline. Why are you in four leagues? But
I lose to a lady in my league. I lose to a lady in my league who drafted Travis Kelce first overall. Time to go.
All right. Thanks, everyone. Pony up.